Hi guys, it's Steph here from the Novelty Corner and welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 3 of my Frankenstein thought videos. Read along, chat, whatever you want to call this. So this week I started reading from page 97 and I got up to 150? Yeah, exactly 150. And it was mostly the story of Frankenstein's monster and an explanation of how he got to the point of killing William. Oh gosh, I've got to stop reading things before I talk about other books because my brain just does not work. I found this part to be really interesting, and the way that Frankenstein's monster tells the story is also really interesting, and you feel a lot of compassion for him because he is this outsider, this monster, and he considers himself a monster because he knows he doesn't match up with what people are, and he's observing this family and he longs to be part of that family, and he learns from them. He learns to speak from observing them. He learns what it is to seek companionship, and then when he tries to connect with them, he obviously frightens them and thus causes this sort of chain reaction where he's treated like a monster, so he starts acting like a monster and he takes it out on his creator's family. Meanwhile, Victor is being ridiculous because he is just very self-absorbed is all I can say, because he's willing to say it's all his fault, but I don't think he's really stepping up to try and fix the problem, and in fact he tries to get away to avoid fixing the problem while seemingly attempting to do it. And I don't think he's the most reliable of people, just quietly. Okay, so let's get into some of the questions before I completely diverge. So question 1, what imagery does Shelley employ when the character describes his awakening? What does his reaction remind you of? Well, I think that was part of the bit that I read 2 weeks ago, so I've forgotten a little bit of that. However, what I can say is sort of that arc is very childlike, and he finds so much joy in things, and this whole quest and his need to identify companionship and his need to find something that is like companionship that he has seen, I think that really parallels with what was happening with Walter at the start of the book, when he really was seeking out someone to share in his adventures and stumbled across Victor. And so again, Victor's getting caught in the middle of all of these things which he caused, but you know, is taking no responsibility for. Question 2, how does the change in narration to the creature's point of view affect the reading of the novel? Do you feel sympathy for the creature when he is rejected by humanity? I was surprised when it changed perspective again, but I didn't mind it because it was very interesting to read from the monster's perspective and to sort of see the birth and the rise of this character who was quite sympathetic towards humans, and then to be rejected and mistreated. You do feel I felt a lot of sympathy for him because he was just trying to become a part of society, and to be so badly rejected, you can understand why someone would turn around and then go off and be rather cranky. And then we come to his request of Victor. So one of the other questions is the creature's request for a female companion valid? Yes and no. I think what he observed with the DeLacey family was that having a companion of the opposite sex would cheer him up because of the son from the DeLacey family. And once Safi arrived, he began to cheer up. So perhaps that's a misguided notion on the creature's part, in that he thinks he's going to be happier with a female companion and thus will withdraw from society and then not continue to take revenge out on mankind. But I think it's misguided because you're assuming that one person is going to solve the problem, and I think what the creature is seeking is companionship, but just one companion enough? I don't know. There are a few other questions that I will leave down below as well in case you're interested in, sharing your thoughts on them. However, I thought I would share a couple of things that I really liked because I'm still marking up my book. Look, there's lots of tabs going on everywhere. But there was one description that I really liked, and I thought I would read it. I just liked the imagery. And it's from Victor's perspective. It's after he's finished his conversation with his creature. It says, night was far advanced when I came to the halfway resting place and seated myself beside the fountain. The stars shone at intervals as the clouds passed from over them. The dark pines rose before me, and every here and there a broken tree lay on the ground. It was a scene of wonderful solemnity and stirred strange thoughts within me. I wept bitterly, and clasping my hands in agony, I exclaimed, O stars and clouds and winds, ye are all about to mock me. If ye really pity me, crush sensation and memory. Let me become as naught, but if not, depart, depart, and leave me in darkness. I really like that one. So yes, only 50 more pages, well, 50-ish pages. What do we look? 60 maybe. 60 pages left of Frankenstein. I'm still enjoying it. I'm curious to see how it ends. I can't see how it's going to end well. Feel free to join in the discussion down below. I know I am behind on replying to comments. It has just been absolutely crazy at work, so I do apologize. I am reading everything and I'm hoping to get back to people as soon as possible. So thank you very much to everyone who is joining in. I will catch you guys next week with my final thoughts on Frankenstein. Have a wonderful day. Bye.